President Trump just made a bombshell update on the Iran situation and how they will use the money the United States decides to unfreeze. Plus, President Trump says under Democrats, communism is rising in this country. And if we don't squash it now, it could get out of control. He calls on the Senate to immediately nuke the filibuster and pass several big bills ASAP. Mark Wayne Mullen, the head of DHS, has made several amazing updates on getting the worst of the worst hunted down and removed from our country. Plus, Germany finally captures the Nordstream 2 pipeline bomber, and you'll never guess which country told him to do it. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. Let's jump right in. President Trump just released a bombshell statement in a CNBC interview about how unfrozen funds for Iran will be used. And it has nothing to do with weapons, nothing to do with rebuilding their army or their navy or their air force. He says it will benefit the American people, especially hardworking American farmers. Listen to what he shared a few hours ago.
And we'll see whether or not. I think they've agreed to just about everything we need.
No. Do you, I'm going to switch gears completely. And we have assets left over there. If necessary, you're willing to do what's necessary.
We have all the assets. No, they're just waiting.
You're not anticipating another full.
Joe, I did a blockade that was essentially not a blockade. It was a wall of steel. We have the great Navy, the greatest Navy in the world. These guys are unbelievable. Not one ship got through to Iran. They have 300% inflation. They're making no money. So we're going to take some of the money and we're going to buy them. They need food. They need corn and wheat and soybeans. And we're going to have exclusively our American farmers provide that, assuming we get to the position where we should get to. I think we're going to get there. Their strength is gone. Their bravado is gone, although they keep up a pretty good front. The one thing they do have is fake news. The New York Times said the other day that Iran is in better position now than it was 4 months ago.
Oh my gosh. The fake news is literally one of the greatest labels that President Trump ever came up with. So the money that the left-leaning media says President Trump is just going to be releasing willy-nilly, it's not. It's all going to be controlled. All of the Gulf nations and the United States are going to control that money. And President Trump is saying, if any food is purchased, it's going to be through American farmers and make America rich again. Well, President Trump said it's time to play hardball with Democrats, especially as they openly discuss impeaching Trump and Vance and as they become more and more communist. He said the Senate must drop the ridiculous filibuster in order to pass the Save America Act and several other key pieces of legislation. Listen to what he said.
The three things.
Will you let it go to housing? You let
you
would veto it, would you?
So nobody knows more about housing than I do. I made billions and billions of dollars with housing, and I know exactly what they've done. They made maybe zoning easier, but maybe they made it tougher without knowing it. It's very complex stuff. But the housing bill is fine. There's a lot of Democrat points in there that I don't even think are good, but it's fine. But I've made the case I'd rather not sign anything until we sign the Save America Act.
You think through reconciliation or
Save America?
Or?
Because if you do Save America, you're not going to have cheating.
Practically, how do we get there on Save America? What would you like Majority Leader Thune to add?
Well, I would like them to get it passed. What I'd really like is for them to kill the filibuster, terminate the filibuster. When they terminate the filibuster, then they'll immediately approve the Save America and 100 other things. You could sit down all day long and just vote and you'd have it. And the sad part is we probably have 5 or 6 senators that won't vote.
All right. Expose them, but get this stuff passed. They are going to do it anyway. Why wouldn't we do this? As he said right there, I've got 100 things with a simple majority that I could push through right now to make the country better. And I hope he gets that opportunity. Earlier this year, billionaire Michael Dell and his wife, out of nowhere, donated $5 billion to the Trump kids' investment accounts so American children and their parents could start building assets for the next generation. Well, now President Trump revealed that trillionaire Elon Musk is considering giving some of his SpaceX stock to all of these Trump accounts because it's going to be a company that makes a tremendous amount of money. Listen to this incredible news.
Doing good.
Yeah, he's moved on. Do you think, have you talked to him about donating SpaceX to something you might want to talk about, or donating SpaceX stock to Trump accounts?
Well, I think that he will do that. Micron, which is a great company, just did it. Yeah. Michael Dell is a fantastic guy. He did $6,250,000,000.
Are you ringing the bell next week or something?
And I'm ringing the bell right here, I think. They're going to have a bell, and it's New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. I said, what do you mean? They don't do both?
You're invited to the NASDAQ if you want to.
Well, well, that's interesting. It's very interesting. No, they're doing it together. It's the first time.
I can do that.
No, but you know what they're doing? I was surprised. They're doing it together. The New York Stock Exchange, I think Jeff is coming in, and the head of NASDAQ is coming in, and we're doing it together. See? It can happen. We're doing it. See this spot right here? The bell's going to be right there.
That brings me just back.
All right. Isn't that amazing? So Micron, Dell, they're making sure that American children can get assets so that as those assets inflate and grow, we can start building real wealth for the next generation. Really, really incredible. Hopefully, Elon Musk and his lawyers will allow him to donate that SpaceX stock because they're anticipating trillions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue out of that. All right, this is awesome. This is what I voted for. Right here at home, the Secretary of Homeland Security, Mark Wayne Mullen, just gave an incredible update about what they are doing to get the worst of the worst illegal criminals. I'm talking the murderers, the rapers, the drug traffickers, the people that are stealing children and then moving them for horrible things that I don't even ever want to talk about on the show, but I have to. It's going to be incredible. Listen to this incredible update from DHS.
We're seeing our arrest numbers come up. We're seeing our deportation numbers continue to increase. Right now, we're deporting on average over 3,000 individuals. Actually, the average has been for several weeks now, over 3,200 individuals a day. 70% of those individuals we're deporting have outstanding criminal charges on them, or they've already been charged with a felony. 70% of those individuals. 70% of the individuals that are men and women throughout DHS arrest, being ICE, CBP, or one of our other components, 70% of those individuals have pending felony charges or are current felons that shouldn't be on our streets. So when we go after the worst of the worst, which is exactly what we're doing, we're saving lives. This is a statistic I like to put out, but 50% of the individuals killed in Fairfax County, Virginia, are killed at the hand of an illegal.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that crazy? So they're now getting 3,200 people a day on average out of the country. And what they're finding after they capture them, bring them in, charge them, they're finding, wait a minute, 70% of these people have a criminal record. They've committed some kind of a crime. And I'm not just talking about the crime of coming into the border or Joe Biden and Kamala Harris flying people in the dead of night. No, I'm talking about something heinous, something horrible. And then did you hear that? In Fairfax County, Virginia, 50% of the people killed, 50% of the Americans killed were at the hand of an illegal immigrant. Unbelievable. I don't mean to harp on illegal immigrants. I know the majority of them, they're probably just looking for a job. They want the blessings and the privilege of America, but you can't water it down or else it's not special. If the land of opportunity is available for everyone, it no longer becomes an opportunity. But isn't that amazing? I think that is so cool. All right, remember when the Nordstream 2 pipeline was blown up? This is the pipeline between Russia and our NATO partners in Germany. and boy, did they suffer. Cold winters, their energy bills were up like 1,000%. That pipeline was blown up, causing the largest energy crisis and the largest energy disaster since the British petroleum oil spill in the Gulf of America. Well, now Germany says they have caught the explosion expert. And guess what? He's not Russia. Russia didn't blow up their own pipeline, which was something that I told you all the way back in 2022. Germany drops a bombshell on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline saga, and this time the finger is pointing at Ukraine, not at Russia. German federal prosecutors have formally charged a Ukrainian army national, a former army officer identified as Sherry K, over the 2022 explosion that crippled the Nord Stream 1 and 2 gas pipeline under the Baltic Sea. He's accused of coordinating a small military-style team that allegedly used the charter yacht Andromeda to transport high-grade explosives out into the Baltic Sea, dive down near Denmark's Bornholm Island, and plant the charges in 4 different areas. The blast blew massive holes in Russia's main gas route to Germany, triggering a massive energy shock and energy price spike. What makes this case explosive, literally and politically, is that it's now being learned that the sabotage or the terrorism, these guys are now going down for being accomplices of war crimes. But these guys are Ukrainian. And they're telling German investigators that it was people high up in Ukraine that told them to do this. So for years, Western media and politicians blamed Vladimir Putin and Russia for blowing up their own pipeline, something that cost $9 billion. I don't know why the mainstream media can't use common sense. Well, now, 4 years later, Germans have captured this Ukrainian, and they're saying the orders came from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, and they were told when and where to blow it up. So the suspects deny all charges. Kiev is saying, you've got the wrong people. You guys are just grasping at straws because you hate Ukraine and don't want to give us more money and weapons. But Germany is saying, you made our life difficult, cold, and expensive, and we are going to file these war crime charges against you. Pretty crazy, huh? All right, some very interesting data was released today that I want to share with you guys. The big fear was that AI would replace humans. In 2026, the opposite is quietly unfolding. A wave of companies that fired people to install AI are now rehiring those same people back. The math shows the layoffs barely saved any money or time. Gartner's survey of 350 large firms found 80% cuts to roll out AI showed no clear link between cutting that job and a better rate of return for the company. The whole idea, fewer people, lower costs, higher profits, never came to fruition. Career Minds found that nearly a third of HR leaders who ran AI layoffs say rehiring costs more than they saved. So it's literally going to cost them more money to rehire, train, and get people back in, get their health care going, get their 401ks and other benefits going. It did nothing. And real-world examples make it obvious. Klarna replaced 700 support agents with chatbots. They watched satisfaction tank for their company. People are saying, I don't want to chat with a robot. I want to chat with a human. I want to talk to someone who speaks English and knows how to help me. Ford Motor Company just brought back 350 veteran engineers because they can actually give us a safer car at a faster rate. There are many things that AI can do, but not all of them can be done better. And what they're finding is that AI can make humans better, but it can't absolutely replace humans, at least not at this point in time. All right, the last story I wanted to share with you, my goodness, this might be a miracle. So out in North Carolina, this guy was going to basically barricade a Methodist Christian church and then try to light it on fire. As people came out, he was going to hit them with 500 rounds of ammo with crossbows. This is something that was done to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints up in Michigan. Well, gratefully, somebody found out, the police were called, and this guy was captured, and this loser is going to jail for a very long time. Anyway, thank goodness. What a miracle. I did not want to be reporting on hundreds of Methodist Christians being murdered by some loser who, can't handle his own life or emotions. All right, I love you guys. I hope you found value in this video. Trump's not handing money to Iran. He is telling the Senate, nuke the filibuster. Let's get a bunch done to make America great again. Lots of money going into the next generation. And then as gas prices come down, that's going to make things much more affordable for us adults who also need some financial help. All right, if you found value in this video, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, stay amazing, and I will see you on the next video.